Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be my February movie preview show. And before I start this, let me just say thank God January is over, okay? Because January wasn't a terrible month for movies. Like, I wouldn't say it was absolutely horrendous. Really, the only, really bad ones I saw were Medea's Tough Love, Mordecai, and Taken 3. Those really were the only ones where I'm like, oh my God, I hate January. But luckily, now we are getting to February, which honestly could end up being a very good month for movies. There are a lot of movies here that I think could end up being very, very good. A lot of potential movies that I actually really do want to see. One in particular that I can't wait to see. And you guys probably know what it is. If you've seen if you saw my trailer review, you guys know what it is in February that I really want to see. But there are quite a few that I definitely do want to see. And that's good because January didn't really have that. But let's get into the movies of February. Starting off with the first one, which honestly I'm looking forward to this movie. You know, it got pushed back a lot, but I'm hearing good things about it, and I do really want to see it. February 6th, Jupiter Ascending comes out, and I really want to see this movie. I think it has a really good cast, actually, definitely. Mila Kunis, who I think is a very good actress. I don't know why people don't like her. I think she's a good actress. Channing Tatum, who is just such a good actor, so awesome in Foxcatcher, and just such a great actor. Sean Bean, who's probably gonna die, and Eddie Redmayne, who I heard actually gave the best performance in this movie, and he is such an awesome villain. And I really do want to see it. It has a very solid cast. It has a very interesting premise that I am looking forward to. I want to see how this movie is overall. It also is directed by the Wachowskis, who haven't had that good of a track record recently, but I do really like the Wachowskis overall. You know, it's not going to be like a Matrix or anything. It's not going to be like that, but the last movie they did was Cloud Atlas, which I heard a lot of people were very mixed about, and a lot of people didn't really know how to feel about that movie. But they did do some very good stuff like Speed Racer and V for Vendetta, and I'm interested in seeing how this movie's gonna be. I've heard mixed things about it, but I like the plot. I've seen the advertisement they're showing for like the TV spots. I like it overall, so we'll see how this movie is. But I am gonna see this movie probably next weekend. I definitely want to see it. Jupiter Ascending, definitely do want to see that, and I'm really very looking forward to it. But the movie after that, I'm not really looking forward to. The next movie, also coming out February 6th, is Seventh Son, and I could watch this movie right now because it's on Solar Movie, so I could watch it like right now. I might just watch it like probably in sometime this week, but I do not want to see this movie. This movie looks dumb to me. Jeff Bridges has not made a good movie in a very long time. I heard the only good thing about this movie is Julianne Moore. I honestly just don't want to see this movie. I would like to skip it altogether, but I can't. Ben Barnes is not good, and it just does not look like a good movie at all. I know it's part of the Last Apprentice series, which I heard is an okay series, but this movie it does not look good. It looks like a very generic sort of like sci-fi, not really sci-fi, but medieval kind of movie. We always get these in February. Last year we had Pompeii, and we'll see. It's not gonna be good. It's probably gonna be terrible, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. But there are two movies in January 6th that I definitely think could be very good. Shaun the Sheep, the movie. I am not that big of a fan of Shaun the Sheep, but I always watch I remember when I was a kid, I watched the shorts of Shaun the Sheep when they come on to like Playhouse at Disney because like I watched them when I was younger. But I like the idea of this movie. I think this could be a fun movie. I love Wallace and Gromit. I loved Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit. Aardman Animations has never put out something bad, I don't think. The only thing they could put out that I didn't love was Flushed Away. I did not really like that, but I love Arthur Christmas. I love Chicken Run. I love Wallace and Gromit. I never saw The Pirates, but I do want to see that at some point. This looks like another great movie. I definitely am interested in seeing how this is going to be. And it's not going to be released in the US. It's going to be released in the UK. That's why we haven't seen any like advertisements for it or anything. I don't know if it's coming out in the US, but it's probably going to get leaked onto Solar Movie or something like that. So I don't know about this movie. I haven't seen too much for it, but if it does come out onto Solar Movie, I will definitely watch it because I really do like Aardman. I think they make some very good quality films I definitely do want to see. But February 6th, this one, a lot of people have been talking about. I've heard very good things about this. I'm definitely looking forward to it. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. Okay, for me, the SpongeBob TV series is pretty much dead. I think the SpongeBob TV series is not good right now. But this movie, to me, I definitely do want to see it. I see a lot of potential for this movie. I think this movie could be very, very good overall. I definitely see a lot of potential for the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. It looks funny. I love the first one, just like everybody does. I heard this one is not as good, but I do like it. I heard it's really fucked up, but I definitely do want to see it. We'll see how it is overall, but the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, definitely want to see it. It looks very funny to me. I'm probably going to have a great time with it. Now, February 13th, we have 3 movies coming out. Actually, no, 4 movies coming out February 13th. One, I'm seeing no matter what. I don't care when I see it. I will see it no matter what. The other one, I'm very iffy about seeing. The other one looks awesome. Let's talk about the one that's very iffy to me, and I don't know how this is going to be. 50 Shades of Grey. Now, let me say this about 50 Shades of Grey. First trailer, I actually thought it looked pretty good. I thought some stuff about it looked really good. The actor that plays Christian Grey looks like he's going to do a very good job in the movie. He looks very good, and he looks genuinely creepy and things like that. I think overall he's going to do a good job. The girl that plays Anastasia, I think her name is, looks like the next Kristen Stewart. She looks very bored, and the thing is, she's not hot either. A lot of people have talked about this. She's not hot, and like for a movie like that, you need to have some sort of like some more attractive actors and actresses. And this movie does not look like it's going to be very good at all. I honestly feel like this movie should have been more of an indie film, definitely. I never saw the point in making a 50 Shades of Grey movie. I'm never going to read the book. I am going to watch the movie probably, but I'm never going to read the book, and I refuse to. I refuse to. I'm not a 45-year-old woman. I'm not a 35-year-old woman. I'm not some teenager either. I'm not someone that was obsessed with Twilight and looked up Twilight fan fiction, so I have no interest really in 50 Shades of Grey, but I am trying to go in with an open mind, but it's probably not going to be very good. I'm just saying it right now. It's not going to be very good, but we'll see overall if 50 Shades of Grey is. The other movie coming out, though, I definitely do want to see. This movie looks pretty awesome. I think this movie's going to be awesome. I've heard some awesome things about it. Kingsman: The Secret Service. I heard this is like a group James Bond kind of movie, and apparently Sam Jackson gives like the best James Bond villain we've never had, and that really makes me excited for it. It has a great cast: Colin Firth, Michael Caine, Samuel L. Jackson. That's an awesome cast right there. I can't wait to see how this is. It's also directed by Matthew Vaughn, who did X-Men First Class, and he did some other movie I can't think. Oh, Kick-Ass, obviously. He did Kick-Ass, and he did a great job directing both of those movies. This movie looks like a lot of fun. I definitely am going to see this in theaters, without a doubt. Definitely I'm going to see it. It looks awesome, and I can't wait for it. However, if there is any movie I see in February, and I know you guys are going to be like, of course, Kevin. Of course, that's the movie you want to see most in February. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. I saw the trailer back in December. I've wanted to see this since then. My excitement for the movie has increased since then. Also coming out February 13th, I will definitely see this without a doubt. I really hope my theater gets this movie. We've been getting indie releases a lot recently. I got Cake, I got Black Sea, like a lot of movies that were not wide, I've gotten in my theater. So I think I will get this movie in my theater, I'm just not sure. February 13th, The Last 5 Years comes out, and guys, I am so excited for this movie. They released 2 songs on iTunes of the soundtrack, and I'm sold. I'm sorry. That got me sold. This movie is going to be amazing. I already know it's going to be better than Into the Woods. Anna Kendrick looks like she's going to give the performance of her career here, and I think this is going to be I think this is going to be the movie where people see that Jeremy Jordan's a fantastic actor, because honestly, he's never really gotten his chance to shine. Joyful Noise, he was really good in that film, but nobody really liked it, and he didn't have enough to do in that. Smash, he was really good, but his character was kind of unlikable, and The Last 5 Years is a very realistic musical, and it's a very realistic story as well, because it's not like your typical musical that has a plot. No, it's basically just recounting the story of their relationship. I like that when it's her perspective, it's backwards, and when it's his, it's forwards. I think that's really cool how it is, and I definitely really enjoy that, and I can't wait to see how this movie is overall. But The Last 5 Years looks absolutely fantastic, and just, I can't wait for it. I know it's a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure that's going to increase, but we'll see how it is. And plus, they gave Rent a 40-something%, and I absolutely love that movie. So honestly, I don't care how much of a percent it has on Rotten Tomatoes, because I am sold. I'm sorry, I'm sold. If you guys don't like sun-through movies, whatever, but I love that kind of shit, so yeah. February 20th. Why I keep saying January? I don't know why. Because it's January. That's why I keep saying January. But February 20th. It's actually the last day of January. Tomorrow's February. But February 20th, we have a few movies coming out. None of which look good to me at all. Nothing on February 20th looks good. I'll just probably see like Kingsman or something like that. Something on February 20th. I don't know. But February 20th, Hob Tub Time Machine 2 comes out. Don't even bother with that. I didn't even hear anything good about the first movie. It was supposed to come out in December and it was pushed back to February. That's never a good sign. I know Jupiter Ascending that happened, but that actually looks good. This just looks like a generic sequel. It doesn't look like anything special. Did anyone really ever like Hob Tub Time Machine? I didn't even hear anything good about the first one. I don't plan on seeing this one. I might see it if it gets like really bad reviews. I'll probably watch it. But it looks really standard to me. It doesn't look good at all, and I don't know. Hob Tub Time Machine just looks boring. Then you have McFarlane USA coming out. I never like Disney sports movies. I'm gonna be honest. I think they are very boring. The only ones I like are Remember the Titans. That's Miracle is good too. I like those, but I've never really liked their sports movies. This looks like nothing special. It's about like a Latino high school running team. It just doesn't fascinate me. Million Dollar Arm. Did anyone even see that? I heard nothing about it. I heard nothing about Million Dollar Arm. I heard it wasn't very good. I don't plan on seeing it. I don't plan on seeing this either. This does not look good to me. It's gonna be generic and just it's a Disney sports movie. It doesn't interest me. But the other movie, February 20th, I am dreading to see. I will see this film because I know it's going to be terrible, and because I'm a teenager and I want to see how they market teenagers in this movie. February 20th, this movie is just, why did movies like this exist? The Duff comes out February 20th. The plot of this movie is so dumb. I'm sorry, but it's so dumb what the Duff stands for. I think it's like designated ugly fat friend. It's so dumb. I think Robbie Amell looks like the only good thing about this movie. He's a good actor. I liked him in The Tomorrow People. I thought he was a good actor in that overall. He looks good in this. Bella Thorne looks absolutely horrendous. I've never thought Bella Thorne was a good actor. I've never thought she was good in anything I've seen her in. She's hot, but that's all. Mae Whitman looks terrible as well. Nobody really looks good in this movie. I hate the idea of it. It's going to be dumb. Who knows? It could be good. Maybe it could be good overall. Maybe it'll surprise us or something like that, but I don't think it will. I'm not really looking forward to The Duff, honestly. I don't think it's going to be good or anything, but The Duff does come out February 20th for anyone that wants to see it. Me personally, just count me out. Count me out. I don't want to see it. February 27th, though, has some movies that I think could be very, very good. We're going to talk about the first one. Focus comes out with Will Smith, and there are a few reasons I want to see this movie. First of all, I think the plot of it's interesting, so like about the relationship, and like I don't know too much about the movie, and I don't want to know too much about it. I know he's a con man, and I don't want to know too much about this movie, because I want to go in not knowing a lot about it. I will say that. I want to go in not knowing a lot about the movie. It kind of seems like the movie where you don't want to go in knowing a lot, and it looks good to me overall. I think it's produced by Denis Deneuve, who I absolutely have loved everything that, I thought there was something else. I thought he was someone else. I thought Denis Deneuve was the guy that did Prisoners and Enemy. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I was thinking of someone else, but, I think this movie looks good. I think overall looks good. The other reason I want to see it is Margot Robbie, because she was fantastic in The Wolf of Wall Street. I never reviewed that movie, but I really do like The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, I love The Wolf of Wall Street. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, but I think that Will Smith, he looks really good in this movie. He hasn't really done a very good movie in a while, though. I'm trying to think of movies he's done recently. He did Winter's Tale. He had like a cameo in that. After Earth, I heard, was terrible. The last good movie I saw of Will Smith was Men in Black 3. So maybe this could be the movie where he finally has some sort of a comeback, but I don't know. It looks good to me. I'll probably see it, but I don't really know. I don't know too much about it, and I can't really say too much about it. So the other movie coming out, I don't know about this movie either. This movie seems just kind of stupid. You know, it just seems stupid to me. Little Boy comes out February. Apparently it's now been pushed back to April, so I'm not going to talk about that. It's apparent it was supposed to come out February 27th, and now apparently it's pushed back to April. So yeah, I'll talk about that in April, I guess. But whatever. But coming out February 27th, the last movie we have coming out in February is the plot of this movie sounds really cool. Okay, the plot of this movie sounds really cool, but other than that, it doesn't sound interesting. Also coming out February 27th is The Lazarus Effect. it literally just, the poster looks like a generic horror film. It doesn't look like anything special. It doesn't look like anything that's going to surprise me. It just looks dumb. I like the idea of like medical professionals that found a way to bring dead patients back to life. I think that's cool, but I just feel overall it's not going to be very good. We always have that one horror film in the beginning of the year that's not good. We've already had Woman in Black 2, which I heard wasn't too bad. I heard it wasn't good, but I didn't hear was it. I heard it wasn't bad either. It was just an okay movie. So we haven't really had a bad horror film yet, but I don't think this movie's gonna be good. It's February. There aren't usually really good horror movies till like around April, March. That's when we start to get good things. But that's really all I have to say for February movies. Overall, guys, February is a pretty good month for movies. There are a lot of movies I am going to see in February. I'm going to talk about the ones I'm going to see right now, definitely in theaters. I will definitely see Jupiter Ascending. SpongeBob, I definitely am going to try to see that. There are ones I want to avoid, like Seven Some, which I'm definitely watching because I want to see how bad they are. Kingsman, I'm seeing. Last 5 years, you can definitely count me in. I am definitely seeing that. I will probably see Focus, and that's really it. But overall, February it's a good month for movies. It's not an amazing month for movies. March is usually when we start to get into the really good movies. But we did have Lego Movie last year, so that there is that. We did have Lego Movie. We did have the Grand Budapest Hotel, but that was really all we had for really good movies in February last year. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what movies you guys want to see in February. And we'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for, I think, a musical review. I am going to review probably a musical, and I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.